Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. I have got a really cool video for you today. We're going to talk about those items you reach for that just tell you it's fall. The beauty items that are kind of the makeup equivalent of a really nice, cozy autumn sweater. And I am so happy to be doing this video in collaboration with my good friend and a fellow creator here on YouTube, Annie S. So Annie does all sorts of fantastic content. She does hauls and handbags and makeup, lifestyle, and my favorite content, I love it all, but my favorite, Annie knows this, is her fantastic perfume reviews. Annie has a way, Annie, I gotta brag about you, of using language to make these perfumes come to life. Annie will do a voiceover. You gotta see it, guys. She will do a voiceover and just describe the notes and the sense of this perfume so well that you can actually smell it. She talks about memories that it invokes and familiar things, and honestly, it's fantabulous. You must check her out. Also, you got to check her out to see her 10 beauty items that she is just waiting to open up for fall. And I've got my list here. Hers will be linked below. What I did with my list is a few things. I did not include any of the new holiday items that I've been talking about, because if you have watched my channel for a while, you will know that I'm very much interested in delving back into all the items that sometimes collect dust in our collection and bringing them back out again. So we're going to be doing a little bit of that here today. And I'm just so excited to be talking about fall. It's October, and I feel like all I've been doing is talking about all these holiday releases. It's fun to be ahead of ourselves, but princesses, it is October, it's fall. Here in California, it's still a little hot outside, but I'm hoping that reaching into my collection for these favorites is going to just bring that autumnal feel a little bit earlier than the sun wants us to. So let's start. Let's get right in here. Annie and I have each chosen 10 of our favorites, plus in honor of my favorite videos that Annie does, one perfume. So let's jump on into it. The first on my list is by Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I wear shade 3. I'm a 5 neutral in her foundation, but in her Hollywood Flawless Filter, I'm a shade 3. What is the Hollywood Flawless Filter? I'm not sure that I know either. When this product first came out, I kind of eyed it with suspicion for a while, and this was a few years back now. It's become one of my favorites and will be a big favorite for me for fall, and I'll tell you why. I like to use, and I'm wearing it today, the Hollywood Flawless Filter, especially when I go a little bit matte, and I'm kind of feeling matte for fall. And what this does, let me just show you in case you're not familiar with it. I bet a lot of you are. It's a large doe foot applicator, and what it does is it kind of applies it has a certain color to it, but it applies a slight gentle glisten. It can go over makeup. I like to use it under makeup. I don't really use it as a highlighter. I kind of use it a little bit like a primer. I kind of put it around my face and blend it in before I put on any matte foundation or concealer. And I think it just kind of peeks through just enough to be a little bit dewy under the mattes that I'm looking forward to wearing for fall. That's number one. Let's talk about some eye products for fall. I love, and I mention this whenever I can, I am in love with the Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes eye palette from a season or two ago. Let me just show it to you, and I'll tell you why it's a favorite of mine. This is a natural nude palette for every skin tone. You can find something great in here if you have very light, fair skin, all the way up through the deepest, darkest of skin tones. There's everything in here. You can also play around with it. There's golds and pinks. There's browns, and neutrals. To me, this is a very good, often overlooked neutral palette. We have some great neutral palettes coming out. I know one is coming out soon for holidays from Charlotte Tilbury. I don't think this is one that should be forgotten about. I am wearing it on my eyes today, along with the palette that I'm going to talk about in a moment. I kind of mixed it up a little bit. To me, this is really a wonderful, wonderful fall palette. And when I feel like I'm starting to see some leaves falling, this is one that I think of and get excited about. Speaking of fall neutrals, I really do. I love neutrals. So when I say I think neutrals when I think fall, that's actually a compliment for me. I love the, of course, neutral, the Natasha Denona Biba palette. We all know the Biba palette, so let's take a look at it again. This is Natasha Denona's collection of grays and beiges, browns, and slightly rust colors. She has, I'm feeling very matte for fall, but she also has a few delightful kind of golden shimmers in there. And like I said, I matched these two palettes today on my eyes for a kind of warm, neutral fall look. And like I said, I did go fairly matte today, but I have my Charlotte Tilbury underneath for a little bit of glow coming through. One more eye palette before we get into some cheeks and lips. I wanted to mention that I think a brilliant fall eyeshadow palette is by Charlotte Tilbury, and it kind of goes by two names. This is either going to be the redone Rebel palette, or in some circles it's also sold as the Green Lights Coated Eye Color palette. Same palette, whether it's called Green Lights or whether it's called the redone Rebel. We are talking golden khakis, warm olive colors. To me, absolutely beautiful for fall. Can be paired with a brown or even an olive color eyeliner and big bold lashes, and so pretty for fall. So I got 3 eye picks for fall. Let's go into the face here. Never to forget lovely Patrick Ta blushes. His blushes are sensational. And what I'm wearing today is my biggest pick for fall. And that is his dual blush. He has his Headlines collection, Major Beauty Headlines, and this is She's So LA. And what this is here is we have a blush and kind of a cream blush, both in a slightly bronzy, rosy color, and I think it's just adorable for fall. What I like to do, as Patrick Ta advises to do, is to apply the cream blush underneath. So cream here, powder here, to apply the cream underneath the powder for a kind of glowy breakthrough look. It's just a unique way to use powder and cream together, and I think it just makes for that kind of rosy, toasty fall into winter cheek that we all love so much. Now, I don't want to abandon highlight completely, and a highlight that I really like, kind of an oldie but a goodie, is the Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold palette. This palette, and I like to run my brush kind of along all 3 of them, so pardon that it's a little bit of a dusty mess, my goodness. This is the palette here. We have a gold, a kind of pink, and then a champagne highlighter. And like I said, mine gets a little bit messy because I kind of run my highlighter brush just along all 3. I don't usually end up picking out one, and I go slightly heavier on the gold for fall because I don't bronze as much for fall. I just kind of like a real rosy cheek and just a little bit of a subtle highlight. Of course, this could be as bold of a highlight as you want it to be, but I like to wear it very subtle and just have it look very pretty and natural for fall, whereas I will go much brighter and more highlights for summer and more bronze for summer. I kind of back away from that in the winter time. Let's go into the lips. Number 1, this is a slightly newer without being brand new. The Lip Divinyls in Nude Venus from Pat McGrath. This has been on a favorites list of mine quite often. This is just perfect. It's so gentle and subtle that you can apply it without a mirror, but it is shiny and pretty and just pigmented enough. Not what I'm wearing today, but I'll get to that in a moment. Oh, Hermes. The Rouge Hermes, we have Orange Boite here. And Orange Boite is a favorite of mine. This is, well, it's a collector's item, as you see, and it's adorable, tiny little Hermes box. This is kind of a bright pumpkin orange. It's really Hermes orange. Here it is in its little container. To me, this is a collector's item, but also a perfect lipstick for fall. Look at that pumpkin orange color, just so bright. Could be toned down even, maybe adding a nude liner to it, and it just screams fall to me. Pumpkin patches and hot cocoa and some of the things we might be missing with trick-or-treating and such this Halloween and this fall season. Maybe we can just kind of wear a lipstick and think about candy corn. Candy corn. Now, 2 other products and then a perfume. Love, 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 as I've said before, all the Fenty lip products. And this new Pro Kisser Cocoa Drizzle is no exception. It is a beautiful, warm color for fall. This is a gentle brown color that on the lips, because it's slightly transparent, picks up the color of your lips underneath and makes kind of a pretty rosy color combined with this gentle shine that is also long lasting and very flattering to all lip colors. Last but not least, the Chanel Duo, right? This is one of my favorites, always has. This is Tender Beige. I am wearing this today. Again, we have a double-sided Chanel product. So we have the lip, almost like a lip stain on one side. And then the other side, we have a brush with a gloss. And again, I am wearing this today so you can see what it looks like. I did a video on this recently with some of their newer releases in this Duo collection. And a few subscribers told me that they almost didn't believe me. They assumed it would be kind of a drying liquid lipstick, and they were blown away. This is mask friendly for fall, very neutral. Tender Beige is pretty much one of my favorites. I love Mary Rose too, just keep that in mind if you have a similar skin shade to me. This is just an amazing product. It doesn't come off or budge, and it always looks pretty and very natural. And again, feels very fall to me. And now, in honor of my friend Annie, let's take a look at the perfume that I have chosen, and that is the Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I wanted to wear this all summer, but some of these stronger Tom Ford fragrances to me don't really translate into the warmer months. So I'm always excited to wear my vanilla scents and this Lost Cherry. Now, I'm not going to do nearly as good of a job describing this as Annie would, but let me just first show you the gorgeous bottle. Look at how luxurious this is and how beautiful it is sitting in your bathroom. I actually keep it housed in here because I'm trying to keep it nice and perfect. I love this perfume, and it did so well for Tom Ford that I believe that now they sell some smaller, less expensive versions of it. I splashed out for this because it is my absolute favorite. To me, Lost Cherry smells like, stay with me here, a chocolate cherry cake. A chocolate cherry cream cake. That's the, Annie, did I do a good job explaining it? It's just so beautiful and kind of decadent, and it feels very celebrational, and it feels just perfect for those first few slightly chillier weeks of fall. Well, I cannot wait to go over to Annie's channel and see what she has chosen. Please pop on over there and tell her I said a big hello. I will link all of her information below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Share with me below in the comments what your favorite fall beauty items and perfumes are. And if you haven't already done so, I would love it if you could subscribe and help me to build my channel. I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.